My dear children, today's topic is neurodevelopmental disorder. Now, what is neurodevelopmental disorder? And most disorders originate in childhood, although the full presentation of the problem may not manifest itself until much later. And disorders that show themselves early in life often persist as the person grows older. So the term childhood disorder may be misleading. Yes, because the developmental disorders in this group are all believed to be neurologically based. And DSM-5, and according to DSM-5, the term is neurodevelopmental disorder. Yes. So now in neurodevelopmental disorder, and a common feature of the neurodevelopmental disorder is that they manifest in the early stage of development, and often the symptoms appear before the child enters school or during the early stage of schooling. These disorders result in hampering personal, social, academic, and occupational functioning and activities. These get characterized as deficits in a particular behavior or delays in achieving a particular age appropriate behavior. Okay? And so neurodevelopmental disorders manifest in the early stage of development. Yes. So now, and division of neurodevelopmental disorder. And your book has mentioned attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, and intellectual disability and specific learning disorder. And other, communication disorder, under communication disorder, language disorder, speech sound disorders, social communication disorder, and motor disorder. There are other categories of neurodevelopmental disorder. Now today's topic is specially attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Now, case study. Gina, a student with hyperactivity. Just listen carefully, children. Gina was referred to a community clinic because of overactive, inattentive, and disruptive behavior. So, overactive, inattentive, and disruptive. Now, her hyperactivity and uninhibited behavior caused problems for her teacher and for other students. She would impulsively hit other children. So, another symptom, impulsivity. And knock things off their desks, erase material on the blackboard, damage books and other school property. Yes. And excessive talking, moving about, yes, and darting from one area of the classroom to another. She demanded an inordinate amount of attention from her parents and her teacher also. She was intensely jealous of other children, including her own brother and sister. Despite her hyperactive behavior, the results of Gina's behavior, these kinds of behavior, obviously the inferior school performance and other problems. She was considerably above average in intelligence, but nevertheless, she felt stupid and had a seriously devaluated self-image. And other important thing is that neurological test revealed no significant organic brain disorder. So the main symptoms of Gina, hyperactivity, inattentive nature, and disruptive behavior and impulsive behavior also. Now, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And The primary characteristics of such people, include a pattern of inattention. Yes, such as being disorganized and forgetful about school or work-related tasks, and hyperactivity and impulsivity. And these deficits can significantly disrupt, academic efforts as well as, social relationship. Yes. So, and important analysis of prevalence of ADHD suggests that the disorder is found in about 5.2% of the child population across all regions of the world. Yes. So now the two main features of ADHD and inattention and hyperactivity and impulsivity. Yes. So now inattention. What are the symptoms of ADHD? The children who are suffering ADHD. Now, children who are inattentive find it difficult to sustain mental effort during work or play. Yes, that means the problem, in sustained attention. That means concentration. They can't give proper attention in a particular activity. They have a hard time keeping their minds on any one thing or in the following instruction also. They don't follow instruction properly. Yes. Common complaints are that the child doesn't listen, can't concentrate, doesn't follow instructions, is totally disorganized, easily distracted, forgetful, does not finish assignments properly, and is quick to lose interest in boring activities. And the important thing is that easily distracted. Yes, it's very low sounds. And due to very low sounds and distractions also happen, So doesn't finish assignments and is quick to lose interest in boring activities. And the other symptoms, often fails to give close attention to details or makes careless mistake in schoolwork. Schoolwork, any kind of work, and during their activities. Yes. And has difficulty remaining focused during lecture, conversation, any kinds of lengthy reading, paragraphs. And already I said doesn't follow through on instruction also. Yes, difficulty organizing tasks and activities. Difficulty in managing sequential tasks also. Yes, messy, disorganized work and other important, poor time management and fails to meet deadlines. Yes. And often avoids and dislikes and also reluctant to engage in tasks that require sustained mental efforts like, exam situations. Yes. Schoolwork, any kind of homework. Yes. And easily distracted by extraneous stimulus. Any kinds of stimulus, easily distracted. And now, impulsivity. Yes. And children who are impulsive seem unable to control their immediate reactions or think before they act. Yes. Impulsive in nature. They find it difficult to wait or take turns, have difficulty resisting immediate temptation or delaying gratification. Yes. And often runs about or climbs in situation where it is inappropriate. This situation also. And often talks excessively. Yes. And often has difficulty waiting his or her turn. Can't resist Yes. And often leave seeds in situation when remaining seated is expected. Leaves his or her place in the classroom, in the office, any kind of workplace. Yes. And children with ADHD are in constant motion. Constant motion. Yes. So now you know several inattentive or hyperactive impulsive symptoms and were present, you know, prior to age 12 years. Yes. And other important thing is that the several inattentive or hyperactive impulsive symptoms are persistent in 2 or more settings, like, you know, at home, school, work, and with friends or relatives. And now the important, you know, management, and only for your knowledge, you know, and other before management, just for your knowledge, the causes of ADHD. Yes. And researchers have known for some time that ADHD is more common in families in which one person has the disorder. Yes. And relatives of children with ADHD have been found to be more likely to have ADHD themselves than would be expected in the general population. Yes. So another important thing is that the genetic factors also. ADHD is considered to be highly influenced by genetics. Yes. And multiple genes are responsible for ADHD. And the other thing, the association between ADHD and maternal smoking is one of the more consistent findings in this area. Okay. And now the treatment, and treatment mainly psychosocial intervention and biological intervention also. And for ADHD children, time management is important. You know, the reinforcement is also important, and give proper reinforcement, that is important. Yes. And you know, researchers recommend various behavioral interventions to help ADHD children at home and in school also. Yes. And in general, the programs set such goals as increasing the amount of time the child remains seated. Yes. Because they can't sit. The number of math papers completed and appropriate play with peers, and that time after their activities, and give proper reinforcement. Yes, reinforcement programs reward the child for improvements. Yes. So give proper reinforcement and manage their time properly. And behavior modification is also important. Thank you, my children.